Well, hello. It's Michelle here from Atlantic Canada Cooks. And I don't really have to say very much. Look at this party around me. I am here in the heart of Tetouan, actually in this really cool street. So make sure you look this up when you come here at El Mofadal. And I am so excited. They've been around since 1979, ensuring everybody gets top quality and amazing sweets. And I have to tell you, the service from pulling out front and parking the car, we were standing out front checking out this beautiful restaurant, and we're gonna take some pictures to show you later because there's literally 2 trees growing right up through the restaurant, and the server was ready to serve us coffee outside. So not only can you see this beautiful array of Moroccan sweets and cakes, the service is absolutely amazing. We did come here for breakfast yesterday. I can also tell you, absolutely worth the stop when you know that we're gonna be back. Now, hopefully you can also see, we've got some extra guests at our table together, these wonderful bees that are traveling around here. And they're not gonna sting me or bother me, but they're coming back to that beautiful, sweet honey. So today's all gonna be about coffee. So for all you coffee lovers, hello. This is a coffee lover's haven here. And for you sweet lovers, you definitely wanna make this trip. So I love the fact that they have also brought in some of these exceptional birthday cakes. So one of the things this place is also very famous for is catering. So they started in a little small space and have grown into this gorgeous space that we're in today. But let's get some coffee started. And I've asked the barista, and I've got 3 coffees in front of me right now. And unlike my friends in Canada, I know you Tim Hortons lovers love it, but this is really a step up and a level of really getting that flavor of coffee. So I've got a beautiful cappuccino here, and I love it. It's got a perfect foam on top. And I think, great, I've got a couple of chocolate sticks here. And I love that they use dark chocolate. I've got one of them that's melting into my coffee already. I'm gonna have a taste of my cappuccino before I add. Of course, many of us do like to add a little bit of sweet. I love it. They've got their sugar packets here. But my favorite thing to add to my coffee is actually honey. If you're here in Morocco, in Arabic, lasil. And that's the other thing I'm going to tell you. This is why I have a lot of bees at my coffee party this morning. The honey in this country is some of the best honey I've ever tasted in the world. So, and you're going to see it's got that beautiful, beautiful clarity, rich color. You can also get a lot of the natural honey as well. So I'm going to put a little bit of this in here. This is what we call an allongé, which is pretty much what I'm drinking on a regular basis. Just give that a stir in. So if you want to up because coffee is already a bit healthy, so hopefully you've been following along on some of our food tips. So we've shared that healthy honey is a perfect alternative sweetener to your coffee. And I'm just gonna put a shwia, which is just a little bit, in this one. And this is often ordered here as a normal, but it's a shot of espresso. So you can only imagine it's just 2 o'clock in the afternoon here, and Michelle's gonna have a lot of extra energy today between the coffee and the sweets I'm about to enjoy. So we've featured Moroccan sweets on our show before. I'd like to say hi to our friends at Azuran in Moncton, New Brunswick. And I've had the privilege to make a few of them with them. But I wanna first have a little taste of this one here. And it's like a little miniature chebekia. And I can tell you, I already know it's amazing. It's made with a beautiful dough. We shared this recipe in our last newsletter, but I love this. It's like one bite. Oh, wow. Perfect level of sweet. They look like they're gonna be sweeter than they are. And they've got just the right amount, because oftentimes here, that's served with harira, which is a delicious soup. It's eaten year round, but definitely during Ramadan, it's eaten consistency. So Staying with the Chebekia for a minute, I want to hold this little one up. This is so cool. This is also a Chebekia, but they've just shaped it in a different way. And you can see the peanuts in it. And I love this one because not only that, you can see all the sesame seeds and the individual ones. So we're gonna go in. Ooh, wow. The addition with the peanuts in it definitely increases that flavor. I'm eating both bites. So the tray in front of me here is beyond exceptional. We're gonna share some pictures with the pastry chefs here. I wanna give a shout out and thank you to all the pastry chefs around the world, because we know how early you get up in the morning to make sure we have a perfect drink or perfect sweets. These are a custom order that's gonna be going out to maybe one of these birthday parties. The cakes are amazing. Look at the macaroons on this one. So let's go in for a sip of our cappuccino. I think I'm gonna end up with a cappuccino mustache on this one. Oh, see? I didn't need to add any sweet to it because there's some of that chocolate that's melted inside. Do I have a mustache? Probably do. Beautiful flavor, not too heavy. I'm gonna wipe my cappuccino mustache off. Love the flavor of this. I don't often order a cappuccino. I know a lot of my friends, those who love cappuccino, love it a lot. This is a must stop when you're here in Tetouan. So, I'm gonna go have another sip here of my Allongé. This is my favorite. Clean my palate a little bit. There's such a rich flavor in this coffee. What I love about it is it sits right in your mouth and you can continue to taste it. So I have even more treats here in front of me, but we're gonna go in. This is one of my favorite. I've got these at home, and you see these at most other pastry places around, and they are so delicate and so beautiful. And I was actually speaking with one of the pastry chefs earlier, and I was complimenting her, and you can see how proud she was. So I'm gonna hold this out. Oh my goodness, the honey is dripping off the bottom of it. And it's like a little bird's nest. And the individual strands of pastry are around, and on top of it, I've got beautiful pistachios. There's hazelnut, and we've got a peanut, almond, and a cashew. So they've ensured that you've got a bite of each and every one of them. So let's get a little messy with this one. Wow. I lost a peanut, so I'm picking that up. And I'm sitting here watching two bees hanging out on the tray in front of me. That's sensational. Seriously. Yes, they're sweet, because of course it's sweets. But there's a balance in the sweet because it's not a lot of raw, defined sugar that's in it. This is one of the things, if you've got any local Moroccan bakeries near you, please go out and check them out. You're gonna keep going back over and over again. So, as I said, these ones, I'm gonna just have a look here. This is like a beautiful cake with some chocolate and a little macaroon. This is all cashews. And hopefully that you can see on the top here, because there's a little dried rosebud. And rose hip and rose oil, orange oils, they're commonly used in most of these cookies. And in through this is like fudge. We've got a chocolate here. And this particular one is like a malouza. Now, would you believe I have a whole nother tray? So stay with me while I move this tray forward. I'm gonna move these guys off to the side. And are you ready? Check this out. Wow. Whoa, we don't want to touch that cake. There we go. These trays are huge. Wow. Okay. So when I dropped by the other day, I did a taste test of this one, and I love it. I'm gonna pick one up. This tray, I was told I'm allowed to taste and test. Now, I'm just gonna hold that up so you can see. Inside of this is a full fudgy, thick, sweet filling that's really hard. I love it. It's like the inside of a candy bar. And then of course it's dipped here. Look at that, traveling sweets. It's dipped in pistachios. And the pistachios here are absolutely incredible. So I know I'm gonna be eating that one afterwards. But we were talking about these Malouza cookies. And first of all, I have learned how to make this one. So for all of my gluten-free friends, this is also another reason to come here, because look at the icing sugar's coming off it. Look at this. That is, it's remarkable. And I love walnuts. Very, very healthy. And I just look how soft this is. And the inside of it is a variety of crushed nuts. So subscribe to our newsletter, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna share this recipe out with you. Very easy to make. Okay. I've learned how to make this, but clearly Michelle needs to practice a bit more. I can honestly tell you, I have probably tasted this cookie about 100 times. And this one tastes like more. This might be one of the best I've ever had. It's so light and it's so fluffy. The only thing that's gonna make it better is a sip of my coffee. Ooh, and I was right with that flavor combination. Do you know that's the best thing about coffee? Coffee goes with a lot of things, but when you're pairing it with some nuts and you're gonna get the health properties, absolutely amazing. Look, I'm gonna take the nut off the top. I'm gonna have one more bite of that. So, just for my audience, so that you know, I'm gonna take a long walk after this one. And the streets in Morocco are amazing. Hopefully you're following along, because we've been doing a lot of tours. I'm just gonna pick this one up. And it does weigh a lot. I'm gonna push this off to the side. The handcrafted sweets are one thing. And seriously, they're so incredible. But let's move over here, find a place for my coffee. My bees are definitely joining me. I'm gonna say happy birthday to Shameen, and we've got Amin and Lamar for sharing their beautiful cakes with us. Hopefully my mom's watching. I know I'm missing cooking with you at home, Mom, and we'll be bringing some recipes back. But here's what I'm gonna say. One of my favorite things to eat forever growing up is lemon meringue pie, or anything with a lemon. So when I was looking at the pastry cabinet, and trust me, it is absolutely huge, this one definitely came out. So I'm gonna hold it up so we can have a look. Wow. Seriously, those layers could not be more perfect. And I love it because especially for their catering, and it's really great because it's just got like a little paper on the side, which I'm gently gonna peel off. And let's count them together. We've got kind of like a cake base. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 layers. Magical 9. All right. I can tell you, my fork goes through that. We would say like butter. Oh, you can smell the lemon. I'm not only having one bite of this. I'm definitely not the show that's gonna have everything perfect. I'm having 2 bites of this one. I think my bee wants to come have a bite with me too. So if you can see this, hopefully we can. And look at I've got 2 bees hanging out with me. They can see it too. That's so light. The flavor in it goes on and on and on. And there's a layer of like a little bit of a chocolate cake in the middle, but it's really light. So it does not overpower the lemon, it just complements it. That's a great flavor in my mouth. And on top of it is a candied lime. So I'm gonna come back with this one. I'm gonna leave this up here so you can have a good view of it. So, I also love fruit. We're gonna take a coffee, sip in the middle. I think to keep my energy up, Michelle's gonna need a shot of espresso with this one. And I also wanna say, here at this restaurant, you can see the decor around me. It's so elegantly done. You feel like you're sitting here in Morocco, but each cup is different, the spoons are different, and there's so much care that's gone in. So here's my shot of coffee. I'm gonna tell you, it's got about this much in it. So espresso lovers, I know you're gonna love this one. Wow. That's got a rich, rich aroma and a nice thick on my palate. All right, so let's check this one out. I'm gonna peel the side off because you gotta see this. We'll see, we can count the layers in this one now. I can tell you it's topped with, we've got a piece of kiwi, strawberry, some pistachios, and a little bit of like a whipped cream that comes out, you know, like that whipped cream that we would have as a kid. This is piped on, and I promise you this one's made fresh. I love it too. There's a woman walking by me right now with bags and bags and bags going out. So I'm sure her family's gonna have an amazing afternoon. So let's count the layers with this one. And again, the fact that when they're cutting this cake, they cut it so perfectly. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 12 layers, plus the toppings. Okay, I'm excited, but I want to show you the sides of this one. So we've got the beautiful green pistachios on the top, and on the side, I can tell that they've crunched up probably 5 or 6 different kinds of nuts. This is crazy. All right. Let's check this out. Wow. I have to smell it. Oh my goodness, that is unbelievably amazing. We knew it was going to be amazing. But the different layers they have in it, so one of the layers of a thin filling is like a almond. Then there's a layer of cake, and then there's a layer of caramel, and then there's a different layer of cake. So this has a whole different level that's going on. And I did get a little piece of kiwi with that. Well, I'm gonna get the whole kiwi with this bite. I don't know which one I like better. I wanna vote for the lemon because I go back to my childhood with that one. But I want to say this, they're delicious, they're light on your palate, but they're not so sugar forward that you really do feel like you're going to eat that whole piece. I've got some friends here to share with me, and they're definitely going to be enjoying it. So I'm just going to pop this over here. I'm going to go back in for a sip of my cappuccino. And have another cappuccino mustache out of that one. And if you could see beside me, my bee party's getting bigger by the second. Definitely getting bigger by the second. So on Atlantic Kim That Cooks, we love to talk about local and buying local. What I can tell all of you, local is wherever you're sitting today. So take time on this amazing Sunday or whatever day of the week you're watching. And thank you so much for watching. Check out the tours that we've just done, some fun street food, and we've got a lot more to come. I'm going to have one more cookie as we wrap this up because this particular one has been calling my name because Michelle is an absolute chocolate lover. And we hope that you've enjoyed this show. Stay tuned for many more as we continue to connect you with food and culture, art and music. So let's give this one a bite. Do you know when you bite into a cookie and you were kind of hoping it tasted a certain way? This is not disappointing me. In my mind, I love a peanut butter ball, is what we have in Canada. And you make some peanut butter and mix it together and roll it in and then coat it in chocolate. This is exactly what that is, but a much more high-end version because there's so many nuts inside. I love that they've used dark chocolate. So to everybody here and the servers and the chefs and the cooks, thank you so much. And you know where I'm going to be for the next little bit? I'm going to be sitting here enjoying this and then taking a beautiful walk. So follow us along, subscribe below. Stay tuned for a whole lot more food adventures. And thank you so much for joining us. Bye, everybody.